Good morning and welcome to another episode of Somebody Did Something. Good morning, Mom. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine. How are you?
Well, I am better. I've been sick again. I swear that they have spread something in the air and everybody is sick. But I'm doing better. Still a little, I don't know, like they say in Puerto Rico, fañosa kind of thing. But we're good. We're good. Okay, Mom. Here's the question I have for you today. War with Russia, war with Iran, China, or Texas? Which one do you think the government is going to go for or think is more important?
Well, they're not going to go with Iran because Biden is in cahoots with Iran. Because don't forget, Biden gave Iran 6 point, I don't know how much billion dollars to Iran. So the latest I heard,
Mm-hmm.
he told them that he was going to attack. So the Houthis, the important Houthis, got out of the place where he was going to attack in Syria. So they,
Mm.
another thing, one of the government people, and I saw this and I heard it, said, "Oh, we're not trying to destroy the Houthis so they can continue what they do." He said that. They're
Hmm.
not trying to destroy the Houthis. I mean, it's like we just want to teach them a little lesson.
Hmm.
Who said that in the government?
Hmm.
So they're in cahoots. Now, Russia, no, because Russia is Trump's friend. And right now, Tucker's over there, and the Democrats are scared because Tucker might come out with all the information that Putin gives them, which gonna which is gonna get them in more trouble than they are. And who else did you say?
I said China and then I said Texas.
China? Nah, I think Biden's in cahoots with China too.
Okay.
And Texas?
Well,
No, there's not gonna be a war now. They're gonna make believe there's a war. They're gonna do something. Somebody's gonna do something that we're gonna think we're at war, but we're not really at war. They just want us to think we are at war because if they do that and everybody starts fighting, or what they do with Texas, and everybody starts fighting against each other, then they're gonna say, "Oh, we have to declare martial law and we have to cancel the elections." That's their plan, but it's not gonna work. It's all under control. And even if they cancel the elections, they cannot be canceled because then the military will come in and do 10-day voting, and everybody has to have ID, and that's it. And Trump wins, no matter what. Trump wins.
well, that's yet to be seen. So, what I find interesting is that was literally the comment, the question I posed, right? That the administration right now is possibly at war with Russia, Iran, China, which is okay, be at war with other countries, and then Texas, a state. Did you see how all these videos are coming out on people on the border? Did you see the guy that said, earmuffs for anybody that's sensitive? He literally said on camera, "Fuck America. This is a Mexican territory."
Not only that, the guys in New York
Uh huh.
have knives that say, "F the police and go for the neck." They're confiscating those knives now. I heard that today. But going back to your war plan,
Mm-hmm.
what I heard was that China has been sending all those people over here that we've seen them. So this is what's supposed to happen. China will attack Taiwan, right?
Mm-hmm.
The United States is supposed to go help Taiwan. China will get mad and tell the sleeping cells that they got in here attack the infrastructure. So they're going to attack the water, whatever supply. They're going to attack the electricity supply. And this is coming pretty soon, from what I heard. After
Yes.
the Super Bowl, everything's supposed to go down. Something's going to happen, and it's going to get kind of crazy. So they're saying that. So it's
Yeah.
going to happen.
No, you definitely have to prepare because you just never know. You know what I'm thinking that's going to happen that I think is so weird. I'm wondering if do you think they could fake a really, really, really bad earthquake in California?
Not really fake an earthquake. I hear it's raining a lot
No,
over
no,
there.
no, no. But like, when I say fake, I mean they can make a really, really bad earthquake, like a calamity that is it is expected because we were hearing about the big one, the big one, the big one, but then
Exactly.
created.
And what would that do?
Well, it'll just put us into a shift the focus into, oh my God, this is just so
No,
horrible. It'll be a national tragedy of some sort.
no. What they're gonna do? They're gonna fake an attack on the United States. They're gonna fake it from Russia, or they're gonna fake it from China. They're gonna fake it, but they're gonna do it.
Yeah, no, I hear
And
you.
people are gonna think it's real, but it's not real. I mean, it's real because people are going to die.
Yeah. Well,
But
I mean,
that's how we start the war.
well,
Which
yes.
already started. It's already started anyway.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't, I mean, if they're going to fake it, right? But I don't think they even have to fake it. I mean, look what happened in New York. Like you said, these cops got attacked, right? And by people from Venezuela, apparently. I don't know if they were all from Venezuela, but they were all non American nationals. And what people don't understand, I don't think, is that yes, there's good people in the world, but there's a whole lot of bad people. And bad people come in with the good people.
Exactly.
And you had this happen in New York, and I don't think people could deal with the reality that these people are from a different culture, and people that come from a different culture do not act like we are expected to act in society, right? Because they come from a different society. We already talked about this in the other podcast that you have people that defecate on the street because that's what they do and they don't see anything wrong. And we have people that come and beat up cops because that's what they do. But I know this might be controversial, but the cops that were involved in this were Asian, or at least they had Asians names, right? So I'm wondering if they would have done this to a lighter or white American or a black American or a Latin American, if it's if that has something to do with it, right? Because the one thing that I see politicians talking about, oh, bring the border, open the border, we need to help people. And the other thing that I see is them talking about we need to love each other. We don't need to be quote unquote racist and all this stuff that they say. Maybe because they're not Hispanic or Latin or Spanish, they don't realize that people coming from south of the border are just racist, right? In a way that, or culturist, or however you want to say it. Americans see us all as a group of Hispanics. And they probably believe, oh, we're all Hispanic, we all love each other. But they don't understand that it's just a culture thing. like a team, right? Let's say Dallas Cowboys don't like the 49ers or whatever. That people from Guatemala can't stand people from Honduras, or people from Costa Rica can deal with Mexicans, or Puerto Ricans and Cubans, Dominicans. You know, it's just they all have animosity towards each other. That's why when Ted Cruz was out there saying he's Hispanic and everybody was like, oh, he's going to win. The Hispanic people are going to vote for him. I was like, not too fast. Because you're going to have a large portion of Mexicans say, before I vote for a Cuban, I'm going to vote for a Mexican. Before I vote for a Puerto Rican, I'm going to vote for a Cuban. They don't see the dichotomy of the Spanish population or society, or how the interculture is built, or it is. They just see us all as Hispanics. We're all the same. And I think they're in for a rude awakening, because they want kumbaya in America, but they keep bringing all these different cultures, and we're not going to reach a kumbaya state, because these people have not been trained or educated like we have here in America to just be civil and like everybody. What do you think, Mom?
That's true. And another thing is that you said I didn't see them. I didn't see who was getting beat up, but I heard about it. But what I'm saying, nobody stepped in to help those people. No other citizens stepped in to get those people off them. Maybe they were all illegals around there, because they are illegals. They're not migrants. They're illegals. They cross illegally. They're illegals. They broke the law. I hate when people call them migrants. No. So, and that happened because his two, they were probably 5'2" or 5'3" or 5'4". When I grew up in New York, cops had to be 6 feet and over. You see these big cops walking around. People were intimidated by that. Okay, don't get next to that cop, because just by looking at him, people were scared. Now you see this little midgets, I could say, because I seen lady cops smaller than me, and I'm 5'2", shorter than me. I said, what the heck?
Mm-hmm.
You know, these big men who come from another country who don't care really, and they see this little thing, he's telling them what to do. No, that doesn't work. And then you have defund the police, less cops, less this, less that. And they know all this. And that's why they do it. They take advantage of everything. And we got criminals. They empty their jails to send them over. Not only from Venezuela, from everywhere. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening in New York. That wouldn't have happened when I was growing up. Oh, no. Like in Chicago, they closed the school to bring in illegals. Are you kidding me? Where are the people?
Yeah. And it
We're
is.
going to close the school? No. We're all going to stand in front of their school. 500, 600, 700, 7,000 people stand in front of that school. You're not closing the school. You're not bringing in illegals. They're not going to shoot you all, and they're not going to put you all in jail. But people are just weaker now. This generations, because I'm talking about like people after me, they're like dumbed down. I really don't know what's wrong with people anymore.
Yes. And it's funny you say that, because not funny as in haha funny, but like this shoe feels funny because you will go ahead and protest the unfortunate death of a criminal, somebody that would put a gun to a pregnant lady's belly to rob her. You will have days and days of protest, but then you have no protest about your children being kicked out of school.
Exactly. Where's BLM? Where is BLM? Like in New York now, the mayor is going to give credit cards to illegals. Okay, with no amount. I don't know how much they're going to give them. I think it's $1,000, so they could buy whatever they want. And black people, I'm talking about black people, because They're the ones that are always saying we're poor, we need money, and all this, and Hispanics too. Black Hispanics and black Hispanics, white Hispanics, whatever, and black people. What are you doing? Don't allow it. No, you're not going to give them that money. No. Get together, make a big group, and say no. I mean, I don't get it.
No,
Would it stay there? You give them the car? We're taking the car. I'm sorry.
no.
It had to come to that, but it would come to that. We would not have allowed that in my time. I would have been in it because I'm not going to be in it, but people around me, they would have been in it.
Yeah.
No, nobody got away with stuff like that.
No, I agree. I agree. It's just I just don't understand. But that goes to show that there's a puppeteer, right? Is what we need to show a big deal about, oh, racism against black people. So let's protest to put that out there. But we're not going to protest about all this illegal immigration because we want all this illegal immigration. We need all this illegal immigration. Who needs it? I have no idea. What's the purpose? I think is to have a war from within that is going to just be ugly. Just because it makes no sense. That's why I am happy that the Texas governor is doing what he's doing with the buses, because the people at the north that don't have to deal with all this BS need to understand what they're voting for, because it's just ridiculous. And again, you bring a great point. We've always hear about the suffrage of the African American and how they can't go ahead because between the ages of 16 and 27, they get in trouble because there's no job opportunities or whatnot. All I'm seeing is young men coming through that border. If you're telling me that African Americans are getting in trouble, are violent, are what's that word? Our incarceration rates are higher for them because they have no jobs. It's hard for them to find jobs between the ages of 16 and 27, right? So you have this youth of nothing to do, so they're going to get in trouble. What's going to happen with all these illegal immigrants that are going to come between the same ages that they hardly speak the language? So two things are going to happen. Either crime is going to go really, really high, or crime's not going to go high. They're going to find jobs. They're going to be an active member of society. And then what is going to be the excuse for the African American then? That's what I want to see in the future, what's going to happen. Because it's either going to be a war and there's sleeper cells. Crime's going to go up because it is what it is, because we've been told many, many times over for years and generations that the reason this certain group, the crime is high, is because there's no jobs, there's no prospect for them, because there's racism. So what's going to be the quote unquote excuse if these people, all these Nigerians that are coming, all these people coming from Senegal, all these people, because let's be honest, people can't deal with reality. All these people can't barely speak the language, are black, and if they make it, then what the heck? So I'm going to give it 10 years. And if 10 years, I don't see a war, I don't see crime going up, and I see all these people from Nigeria and Senegal working, being productive members of society, I'm going to be the first one to call BS on this whole, oh, well, the incarceration rate is because there's no jobs for these people, blah, 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 blah. No, that is just BS. So they better, people are paying attention. At least smart people are paying attention, right? Because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for what's going to happen with all these people, because I've been told this is what brings crime because we don't have jobs, and then all these people are coming, then something has to give. Something is up. What are your
Yeah,
thoughts?
yeah, that's true. Something's going, but bring more, and bring more. Because I heard too that every person that they're bringing, they're telling them when the election comes, you're gonna vote Democrat. Because if you don't vote Democrat, we're not gonna give you any more money. This is all planned. This is all planned. But this time, it's not gonna work. They're not gonna be able to steal the election. They're not, and that's what it's trying to do. And they're not going to be allowed to vote. They're not going to be allowed because finally everybody's starting to say that they're going to need IDs. That's why they're giving them licenses so they'll have ID. But it's going to go military. I'm hearing that elections is going to go military, and you can just come up with a fake ID or fake license.
I,
So
you know, I don't think it's going to go military because people are dumb. Mom, people are ridiculously, idiotically absent minded or too busy. So, you know what I heard the other day? This whole Ukraine border, you know how the whole bill. Hey, if you give me money for Ukraine, I'm the way to fix the border is to put 1,300 more border patrols. Right? That's the whole
right.
thing. Okay, I had somebody come and say, "Can you believe this, Republicans? The administration wants to put more border patrols, but they say no." And it's like, I didn't say anything because sometimes you cannot argue with somebody that's close minded, right? I'm like, oh, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I mean, they should put more. But what is more border patrols really going to do? I mean, are they going to put more border patrol and have them patrolling? Because you could put more border patrols and not have them do anything, right? Because that's what's going on. But here's the question that I really wanted to say. Okay, so 6 years ago, when immigration was down, did we have extra 1,300 Border Patrol agents to calm it? No.
Not 6 years ago, 3 years ago.
Well, whatever. I'm trying to say 6 years ago because I'm trying to put it in that
Yeah.
in that realm of Obama leaving, whatchamacallit, Trump coming in. It's ridiculous, you know. And again, I don't know, there's Chicano for the causa, right? It's this fringe, not fringe, just this place, this program, this, I don't know, this group that they were mad at Obama because they were calling him the deporter in chief because he was deporting more people than Bush or anybody ever did. So,
Yeah, because now listen, Obama was deporting more Mexicans while he was bringing in more Palestinians and more Muslims in here. That's what was happening.
well,
That's why you have so many.
well, that could be true, but the point
That is
is that he was deporting people and at the same time telling them come, right?
right.
And I think that's just totally wrong because that's the same thing the Biden and and Kamala did. They told people, "Hey, open borders, we should have open borders, blah blah blah." They won, and then this lady gets up and goes, "Don't come. Don't come." And you can't do that. I mean, the human side of you, how are you going to tell somebody during your whole campaign, come, 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 come? You have, let's just say, you have a mother and 3 kids. They're like, okay, I could go to the United States. It's going to be easy. A mom that wouldn't have come if Trump was up here saying, hey, if you come, I'm going to hit you with a bat, right? So here comes his mom. She hears, "Hey, come over, come over. We love open borders. Yes, open borders, immigration. We need to help them, blah, 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 blah." She starts doing that journey. She comes here, that dangerous journey, to get to the border and then hear this lady say, "Don't come." It's like, what? That's just wrong. It's wrong. It's nasty. And this is why I say that people that voted for this, I wish there was some sort of way that they could all receive a letter. If everybody that voted for Biden and Kamala could receive a letter and say, "Hey, you are responsible for X, Y, Z," that will be amazing. Emma, it will be more beautiful if they will give them certificates and saying, "This is what you're responsible for. You're responsible for more illegal immigration. You're responsible for parents doing that journey to bring their kids over. You're responsible for child trafficking. You're responsible for child abuse. You are responsible for this stuff." Because you cannot say you did not know or you did not think about it. Because if you're not smart enough to think of the consequences of your actions, then you shouldn't vote. And you should just shut up and be quiet. And
the thing is that they don't care.
They don't
They
care.
don't care.
They don't. You're right. They don't care.
Did you see part of the bill? I didn't see the whole thing. Did you see part of the bill that they want to pass? That the House has dead on arrival. They're not going to vote for that. They want 5,000 people a day to be allowed to come in. 5,000 a day. Okay. They want money for Ukraine. They want money for Gaza. They want money for Israel. They want Mayorkas to be in charge of who could come into this country when he is going to be impeached. Because he's the one that didn't put the law. He was in charge. Because these people don't care, but it's not them. There's a plan behind that. Everything is being planned. But guess what? We're only seeing 20%. 80% of what's going on, we're not seeing. Because right now, you know that judge that has the case of Trump?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the lady judge that has the case of the insurrection.
Mm-hmm.
She said that she's not going to be here in the summer. In August, she's going somewhere for another case. That if the case hasn't started by then it might go over until after the election. Somebody's working something behind the scenes for all this to be crumbling down. So Jack Smith is going to stay with his stupid face because this is the lady, the judge has stopped everything because of the appeals and all this crap that's going on behind that we don't know about. And that's going to be stopped. So what's going to happen? Let's say it doesn't happen until after the election. It's not going to happen. Something's going on that we're not seeing. And going back to you saying there's going to be more crime. There is already more crime in New York. There's already more crime in Chicago. There's more crime everywhere that these people went. But they're not reporting it. They're not reporting it because they are controlled by the Democratic Party. All the news is controlled by the Democratic Party. Unless you go outside the news, the ABC, CNN, you don't hear it. But there's more. There's more crime everywhere. They're killing people. They're killing people. And we're not hearing on CBS, CNN. No, you don't hear that. Everything's worse.
Everything is worse. I apologize if you could hear the background noise. I have my nephews here today with me. I love the little pitter patter of feet, but everything else is questionable. Well, on that note of not knowing what is being planned, I am going to let you be today, Mom, and then we'll pick this up the day after tomorrow, and hopefully we have a little bit little bit more breadcrumbs to figure out what they're planning. Because, I mean, I feel like it's too late right now, right? I feel like it's like when you're cooking and you're putting too much salt. Let's say if Trump does win, go ahead.
No. When Trump wins, go ahead.
Okay. Let's say when Trump wins,
Right.
I believe the pot, it's oversalted. Everything already is too salty. There's no way to fix it. You can't just add more water. He's going to have to like start all over again. And it's just going to be, it's going to be ugly. It's going to be really ugly.
Things are going to get worse that we're seeing now. Before Trump wins, things are going to be getting worse.
Wait,
And worse.
I just thought of something. It just might be, Mom. It just might be that they know for a fact that Biden is not going to win and Trump is going to win. And the reason, hold up. And the reason they're doing this is because they want all this illegal immigration to come in, because then Trump is going to be forced to do something, and that's going to bring in some sort of big conflict where then they're going to come in and say, oh, you see, Republicans, this, and this. Look what they did to the immigrants. Look, it just might be that that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it so bad so then he leaves at the point where everything is going to burst, and then to blame Trump.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because the people are behind Trump, because he already said it. He's going to have mass deportation. So he better have mass deportation of all these illegals.
Yes, Mom.
He said, don't get too comfortable. It doesn't matter who's going to be talking against him, because by this time, the news is going to be different. Everything's going to be different. We're not going to have the same people giving the news.
We're hoping that's the case, that we're not going to have the same people giving the news.
According to what I'm hearing, which I might be totally wrong, and people might just be saying it, things are going to change in a big way.
No, I believe that the people you are listening to, that's wishful thinking. I really now, it just hit me when I was about to sign off that this is their master plan. Their master plan is to overload the system. So when the new person comes in and the system breaks, it's their fault.
Yeah, there's gonna be some people that are still gonna say, "Oh, look what he's doing. He's taking all these mother and children out. They've been here already 3 years." No, it's not gonna matter. He might not take everybody out, of course, because there's some people that he might live in or whatever. But a lot of them are going back. They're going back. He said he was going to do it, and he will do it. And let him blame him. He's not going to care.
Well,
he's not going to care, and neither are the people behind him.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, Mom, you say there's going to be some dumb people. There's a lot of dumb people.
There's a lot of dumb people. Yeah, there is a lot.
There is a lot. I mean, just think about it. I mean, I know I have to go, but just think about the experiment they have done in the past 7 years, right? In the past 5 years. If we think of a master puppeteer or puppeteers, think about the experiment they have done. They have taken a whole society and made them agree with the notion that something as basic as a man is a woman and a woman is a man. So if you know that you have mastered the manipulation of an entire society to bend to the will of just a tiny less than 1% of people, to see and insult their own intelligence in something so basic as a man is a woman and a woman is a man, These people are just so gleeful on everything they can make us think, believe, and act. And on that note, I will let you go. I hope you enjoy your breakfast. Are you going to have your eggs?
Yes, I'm about to.
Beautiful. Okay, Mom, I'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye-bye.
Love you, Mom. Bye.